Thank you. By the inmates. Excellent. I will definitely use it. Thank you.
The female inmates do these ones.
Excellent.
On the other side.
I'll come visit. I'll come there. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, Minister.
Good morning.
I see you make on the spot visit to the central Bademba Road.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, tell me the reason why.
Well, you know, one of President Bio in Big Five, a public system reform. Actually, our public system and justice reform. And we don't hear plenty thing but Pademba Road being the largest and main correctional facility. And they are the heart of justice reform. And so I can't engage and see firsthand. Secondly, I can't tell and thank you. The correctional facility, they help government and the public in so many ways. We'll be in the clean e-building, then send 2 motor cars and go help with for clean. And they also get leadership, we get vision for reform. So now all of that, then I can't interact with some of the inmates then back.
But as you said, the Pademba would actually need upgrade. Because for what you see, in fact, the monitoring system, just like going on picking television, and just because the whole Pademba would be the monitor, you forget something we yourself go bluff.
Yes, and I think say the leadership of the prisons and the corrections that they work on, and I think say we'll continue for support there on the Big Five, number 5 now on technology and infrastructure. So we'll definitely need for strengthening the technology side for make sure so that we're able to do their work properly.
What do you take when you visit some of the our column, the prisons, the blocks?
A couple things. That be my first thing for good day. The kind imagery, the area, the place clean. Then are the first thing. I'm glad the way the inmates then they take care of the second part. I'm able to interact with some of the inmates then. Not just like anybody. Now we brother them. They are ordinary Sierra Leoneans, and looking at them, they feel the hope, and I hope say then we able come on and contribute back into society and not go again. But it clearly underlines the urgency for justice reform. As the Commoner, I already done email the AG, and it will be something we will continue for make sure say the people them wait in case then they in the process then forget access to quick justice.
As you talk to one of the Sierra Leone musicians with the inside this part of the world, how you feel about that?
I don't want to meet LJ in person. I don't hear about LJ for a lot. I don't follow the case. And we sit down and just talk like brothers and for understand in your own perception, what's in reality. I'm very inspired by a mood. It take one day at a time, but ultimately it feels say not being get the justice we need, and na legal matter, and then they go through the processes of appeal. They go through the processes of ensuring that they get the justice we need, and I would inspire but the pathway they talk about in commitments to peace, in commitments for and how they interact with the other people them way they, and then we all need for be peace ambassadors. We all need for advocates for more justice. Definitely happy for Mita. Definitely inspired by him, and I wish in legal people then will continue with the process within the path.
So you get a message for the correction and service officers and even the youths them out there and the general public.
So for the youth them out there, we all they make mistakes, but we need to be mindful about the kind of mistakes that what they do. We get laws and we need to be law abiding. We need to make sure say we know kanaya. Even though we kanaya, you get right to continue your education. But and as I talk to the man then where they are that and then commit say we then come out enough for return again. Important so may we understand say justice fundamental in how the country turn like, and justice begins from how they abide to the law. So we don't need for break the law, and then all the processes then we write them with it through. So if you look at the people out there, young, strong people there, they're young, strong people there, they for dinner our farm there, and for dinner our carpenter shop there, and for dinner our office there. And as a young person, it's a little bit heartbreaking for see so many young people incarcerated, and my hope is that the other young people that with the outside not go broke the law, we go bring them there, and that the justice system will be efficient, but make sure that the one that don't need for deny, not deny, and that the one that wouldn't come here, they will go and contribute to society. For the law officers, for the correction officers, like I say, very well disciplined. They are people of service. They don't work with me many times, and I see the kind selflessness we then get and the humane aspect to them. So I'm very inspired by the correction officers.
Lastly, sir, one thing that problem we get youth taking drugs. I don't know if you have because that didn't adjust.
Yes.
For CC, this drug business, we minimize that.
Absolutely, and the head of prisons been mentioned say you get about 85 people then within our Waterloo prison just from drug related. And me and the Minister of Internal Affairs been talk yesterday, say they don't spend time and then get for move them to rehabilitation with social welfare. Important for make we understand that, so the drug users them boku, but the one them where they sell drugs, so they traffic drugs, governments get to land hard on them, and I then want them that we really get to make sure that we pull now with society, because anybody where they bring can drugs and make drugs for milk picking then go behind and not need for the naya. Now then for the inside, not to begin for the naya, not to brother for the air. So we'll make sure say the one them we responsible then they are.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, thank you.
Okay, sir. Take Canada. Not more sweet. It's still hot.
We're there with the Deputy Director for the Correction and Services, and a name now, of course, your name, sir?
Colonel Sir David Ngauja.
Now, the Chief Minister comes to take us in the spot visit. What's your comment on that?
I really appreciate the Kanto. We had very short notice. Of course, I know say they do impromptu visits all over the place, where we appreciate very much. And for the fact that somebody at that level of society decide for can check, it shows you get concern about the Sierra Leone Correctional Service. For let come and see firsthand waiting there on ground. Not wait for later and go brief them. I appreciate that very much.
I don't say what about we get for the correctional service. What are some of the issues?
Number one, na infrastructure. This male correctional center where we dey, Freetown Male Correctional Center, we can normally call Pademba Road Prison. Them bill for 324 personnel. Them bill for 324 personnel. So facility with them bill for 324 personnel. Now you get 2,011 inmates. It's a huge concern. You get far-reaching security and human rights implications where we're not really comfortable with. Then one, infrastructure na one. The other one, na funding. You know, place like prison need deliberate investment, huge investment. For number one, for handle the infrastructure. Number two, where you say corrections, and for let you carry the inmates, you reform them, you rehabilitate them, you integrate them back to the society. So you need money for do that. You need money for build the workshops. You need money for do the reforms. You need psychologists. You need psychiatrists. You need all kinds of expertise, you know, for deal with them prisoners, and they let them go through thorough reforms. You rehabilitate them. You train them so that they go back and be skilled people in the society. We go add value. We they try. We they do our best. Because plenty don't come out. We're not going to crime again. We're able for do something valuable in our society. But now the numbers are few. Until we deliberately invest into that, you know, we're not going to do them for all of them. We go really create significant impact on the society, and that really we need for do. So we need money. Government need to invest in that, and the good thing, government aware. Now make them don't try for handling two problems and they at the same time. The one relocates this prison to the Moyamba district. The one for relocate the prison there, and when they do that relocation day, the one for build a modern facility, we go for take 4,000-5,000 inmates. We get all the workshops, hospitals, every facility where you need for any correctional center. So it will be a modern one. We look forward to that. We believe, say, by doing that, it will help way a lot. Well, the conditions of service for all correctional service officers are very poor. As we speak, government is spending huge money for take care of the medical facility of the inmates and so on. But the correctional service officer then self where they take care of the inmates, not get hospital. They can't military get 34. You know, so not just one thing and the normal way you need for well. Of course, salary, just like any other what they call is small. So if you don't get salary, when a huge amount, when a reasonable amount, you not get hospital. Not to the old in a prison barracks. You need for go rent. Then they live. Some man they live Waterloo. They walk up Pademba Road. It's really expensive. Before the month they don't done the salary. So now then issues them where government need for address in terms of the conditions of service of the service personnel and at the correctional facility. Thank you. God bless you.